Hi everybody, it is me, Bonkai922. Now, I'm obviously going to do Captain Earth and Akami ga Kiru. I call it Kiru. Later on today. Later tonight. Probably around 11 p.m. I know, Captain Earth's going to be really late, but I just had to do this right now. Right now. Now, Taizai chapter came out. Now, as everyone saw in my review last week, the announcement was that in this week's chapter, they were going to announce the airing scheduled date for the anime. Well, they showed it. Okay. Apparently, they're going really quick with this. Sitting down. October 5th. Now, Sundays at 5 p.m. Now, they haven't announced, next week they're going to announce cast and everything else. I think we're also going to see like a thing, like what they're going to look like in the anime supposedly. But for the next chapter. Now, the only thing I have to say about this situation before I get into the actual chapter is half of me is thrilled and the other half of me is like so-so. Now, here's the way I look at it. No bullshitting, please. No bullshitting, please. Don't bullshit me. If they're gonna do this, then you need to do it right. So, anything less, I will not accept anything less than 22, 24 episodes. Well, mostly 24 episodes. Give me 24 episodes and I will be happy. 24, 25, around that long. I will be thrilled. I'll be thrilled, that'll be great, it'll be awesome. Because you know that they won't be taking any shortcuts. Like, and they'll go the right path. And I like it. I could even say 50 episodes, but that would be really too much. That is way too much for them to handle. Whoever's doing, we don't even know who the company is that's doing the animation production company. We don't know who it is. I will scream bloody murder if it's Toei. I will. Yes, I will. I will. No. But we'll see. Next week we will get the details of the cast, everything. So, yeah. Now on to this chapter. Okay, I have to make this very clear. Bon, especially towards the end of this chapter, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? Are you fucking kidding me? So let's get into this. This was Nanatsu no Taizai, 7 Deadly Sins, chapter 87, Wrath and Greed. And the beginning part, we pretty much have meliodas. I forgot what it was, because Elizabeth leaves and she says, please do not forget the promise that you made to me, Lord Meliodas. I forgot I believe the promise she meant was that for him to live, to continue on, I think. So he leaves Hendrickson with Elizabeth, and he screams Elizabeth. And we see everyone struggling. Diane struggling against this one guy, getting pinned down. King's fighting Hellbram, and we got Gear's in pain. Threader's in pain. Everyone is like chaotic. It's like getting really, really bad. Gil Thunder is down. What do I do? Gil's wound is getting worse by the second. It's Hendrickson's power acid. We have to defeat him quickly or dispel the power before Gil's body rots. And then here comes Bon, walking down with his chain thing, which is basically, I believe, his weapon, his treasure weapon. Don't get me wrong. I understand what Bon's trying to do, but I have something to tell you. You're way, way, way too trusting of the Goddess Clan. Okay? And I don't want to call Bond naive, but, you know, when you listen to a horn, some voice coming out of a fucking Capricorn horn, and you take it seriously, and you're going to fight meliodas to the death, that's some shit that I don't think you should do. Because what happens if they lied to him? I mean, I don't think they lied to him, but here's the thing. Like, did it ever occur to Bond, like, what the fuck is he going to do after that? Like, is he going to fight Hendrickson? Like, you know, it occurs to me because the way he was acting in this chapter, I understand what he's trying to do. And meliodas understood it. But what about Hendrickson? I found it very strange when this whole went down with Bond talking to the Goddess Clan. They don't mention Hendrickson. They mention meliodas. Like, meliodas is the threat. What about Hendrickson? He's trying to resurrect the Demon Clan. Do you care about that? Apparently they don't. Which makes me to believe the Goddess Clan, they're shady as fuck. I'm sorry. They're shady as fuck. I give this a 5 out of 5. But the Goddess Clan, I'm telling you right now, they aren't telling the truth. That's the way I look at it. They're not putting all the cards on the table. They're telling him, oh, kill meliodas, he's dangerous. Yeah, but what about Hendrickson? You never mentioned his name. He's the one resurrecting the Demon Clan. Not meliodas. You know, it just bothers me to a certain degree. But, you know, he shows up pretty much, Bond, and he's like, give me a hand, so on and so forth. And he's like, what the hell, you know, Hawk's there, and he's like, what do you think they're doing to the princesses? And Hawk basically telling Bond, come on, let's rescue Elizabeth. That's right. And he's like, of course, we have to help the guys first. And Hawk is like, you're not thinking of something weird, are you, Bond? And meliodas basically saying, why are you so quiet? Is there something you want to say to me? Yeah. I love you, Captain. And then he tries to hit meliodas. Meliodas' arm, I believe, gets removed. And he's like, I'll make this as painless as possible. Don't dodge. He's obviously doing this for Elena. And here's another point I want to mention. Have you really thought about this, Bond? Have you thought that maybe if you kill meliodas and they do resurrect Elena, she's gonna fucking hate you. I don't care who. I don't care who you are. You kill your best friend, and your girlfriend gets resurrected back, and she sees what you did, she's gonna hate your guts. Regardless, that's the way I look at it. So Bond's pretty much took off meliodas' arm. He's like, I refuse. He's like, I refuse. He's basically fighting him back to back and forth. It's like so high, Hawk. And he's like, now of all times, you know, basically doing this. And Hawk's telling him this isn't time to be fighting, and he's like, I've always tried to avoid asking you this, Captain, but I'll ask it now. Are you from the Demon Clan? That was something else. And he basically says, I take your silence as yes. This isn't time to fighting for something pointless. Even if you say it's pointless, Captain, there's something important to me in this. If I kill you, she comes back to life. And listen, okay, but Bond, I got news for you. Do you want Elena to come back in a world where the Demon Clan is resurrected? I'm just saying, I like you, Bond, but you are very trustful of the Scottish Clan, who obviously don't give a fuck about Hendrickson. They don't care. All they care about is meliodas. Is meliodas the threat here? I wonder about that. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hendrickson's the real threat. Yeah? Too trustworthy. Too trustworthy. Way too trustworthy. I don't want to say naive, but... And who said that? Something that's stupid. Some haughty person from the Goddess Clan. She talked to us from a gigantic horn beneath the castle. And he stabs meliodas, Bond, hits him, If you don't stop, we're not friends anymore. And he's like, when did I become buds with you? If you keep talking, I'll kill you, swine. It's like, I don't hold back. You're the one who's going to die. Then do it, please. Goddess Clan told me that you're part of the Demon Clan, just like that one that killed Elena. And if I kill you, they'll revive her. And, Meliodas mentions it. I see, fine, do it. If I were in your shoes, I'd probably do the same. And he's like, Captain. And we then go from that to Hendrickson. Now, as far as Bond is concerned in this chapter, I have only this to say. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. You shouldn't do it. He kills Meliodas, it's over. It's over. That's it. Okay? Because and here's the other thing. The ending of the chapter 2, I have this to say. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Because in the end of the chapter, we go to Hendrickson and Elizabeth. And it's like, please, Lady Elizabeth, we're almost there, he says. And says, this is as far as you go. If you don't have me, you won't be able to resurrect the Demon Clan or wherever you're plotting, correct? And Hendrickson's like, when did you... And she basically tells him, don't come near me. And he's like, be a good girl, hand over the dagger. And out of nowhere, this barrier shows up around her arm. Elizabeth's arm, because she had the dagger. She was going to stab herself. And it's this guy. The guy who was with Veronica. Like, huh? Yeah, apparently he's going to fight Hendrickson. Griamor? This is, I'm going to say right now, he's going to get shit stomped. I'm sorry. Okay. How is he going to beat Hendrickson? Okay? Like, seriously. And basically, he's there, and he says, Lady Elizabeth, please do not do anything that would bring sadness to Lady Veronica. I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're not beating Hendrickson. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. He doesn't... And then we see Hendrickson looking up, and he's like, you're, Griamor. And it says, the knight's sole desire to protect the princess, the prideful man, Griamor. Next issue will announce the anime staff and cast and include a key visual pinup. Will Hendrickson become the Demon King? The wall of Griamor stands before the great holy knight. Hendrickson to stop his ambitions. Griamor... I'm sorry, I don't want to use this word. I really don't want to use it, but I'm sorry. Even though he's the son of Dreyfus, no, you can't beat Hendrickson. I don't want to use the F word, but, unless he's been training the fuck out of himself and gone through some kind of regiment, he's not beating Hendrickson. I'm sorry. This is... Gil Thunder. When he did that attack to Hendrickson, should have killed him. Didn't. So if Gil Thunder can't do it, what makes me think that Griamor can? I just don't see it. So, the way I look at it, Bond and Griamor are naive. They're very naive in this chapter. That's the way I look at it. I'm sorry, but Bond, listen, you do that, you're finished. It's finished. It's plain. You can't just say, oh, they told me this, the Goddess Clan. How do you know that's the Goddess Clan? How does anyone know that's the Goddess Clan? Because... I'm sorry, that's shady as fuck. That is way too shady. Way fucking too shady. To trust like that. And Griamor? Get the fuck out of here. You're gonna defeat Hendrickson. The guy that was supposedly defeated by Gil Thunder. And he's still alive. I really want to see Griamor beat him. But that ain't happening. A fucking happening. It just isn't going to go down. So, you know, great chapter, 5 out of 5. And the anime update, part of me wants to say they should have moved it to like January in the winter, the winter lineup, because there's so much shit going on in the fall. But I'll accept this as long as they do it right. 24 episodes. I want to see it done. No situation going down. But good chapter. It's just, Bond, you're naive. I'm sorry. You're way too naive. And if he's really serious about killing meliodas, then you better pay the piper. Okay, buddy. You know what you have to do? You have to go kill Hendrickson. And if you don't, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Doing this for a girl? Okay. Then go kill Hendrickson. Because if you don't, Hendrickson's going to kill everybody. So, yeah, that's pretty much the story. Bond Kai 22. I mean, I liked what the way Bond was fighting and shit, and he's got his weapon and shit, but still, naive. Way too naive. Like, I can't believe he's attempting to kill meliodas. Like, and then what? What are you going to do then? What the fuck are you going to do then? Just leave? Oh, yeah, you do that. Well, everyone turns to shit. Everyone gets killed. Good job. That's just the way I see it. He's very too naive. I'm sorry. But that's the story. Bond Kai 22. See you guys later. And Griamor, man, he must be some technique he can use to beat Hendrickson, because I just don't see it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.